Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Onwentsia at Home. I'm Chef James, and in today's cooking class, I'm going to show you how to make shrimp and lobster wontons. The first step is making the sauce. Over here, we have all the sauce ingredients. I have soy sauce. If you want to use light soy sauce, if you want a little less sodium, use light soy sauce. We have garlic, chili oil, sugar, sesame oil, black vinegar, and scallions. So what we're going to do now is mix all these ingredients together. Take all these ingredients, put them in a bowl. Soy sauce, sugar, chili oil, and the black vinegar. Black vinegar is a Chinese vinegar. It's kind of like a smoky malt vinegar. And if you can't find black vinegar, you can use rice vinegar or just a little bit of white vinegar. So we'll mix this to dissolve the sugar. It'll just take a minute or so. And we'll be garnishing later with the garlic and the scallions. So the sauce is mixed, and the next step, we're going to make the filling for the dumplings. So the next step for the shrimp and lobster dumplings, or wontons, whatever you want to call them, is we're going to mix all the ingredients together. What the ingredients we have here, we have chopped raw shrimp, we have cooked lobster meat, we have some chives, chopped cilantro, sesame oil, ginger, garlic, salt, and white pepper. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to chop up the lobster meat. You can do this by hand. Chop it as fine as you can. The finer it is, the better it is to fill the wontons. Or you can use the food processor. That's what we're going to do here. And you want to do the lobster and the shrimp separately. And you just want to pulse it until it's like chopped fine. You'll see here in a second when I take it out. See, it's just like, chopped pretty fine. Next, we're going to do the same thing with the shrimp. Put the chopped shrimp in here. It's peeled and deveined, ready to go. You don't have to chop it too nice. It's a nice rough chop will be just fine. A little tricky here. So again, pulse the shrimp until it's kind of like chopped fine. We'll take it out of the mixing bowl. Add it to the chopped lobster. The raw shrimp kind of acts as a binder for the cooked lobster and the rest of the ingredients. So see what we have right here? It's kind of like a shrimp paste. And then the next thing we're going to do is just add the rest of the ingredients to this. The chopped chives, cilantro, the ginger, and a little bit of the garlic. If you like a lot of garlic, add a lot of garlic, a lot of ginger, add a lot of ginger. It's up to your taste. And then the sesame oil. and the salt and the white pepper. So you want to mix this well. Until everything's well combined. It'll take a few minutes. And if it's hot outside, the weather's hot, what I do is I take another bowl of ice, and put this on top and work with it that way. But since we're in cooler weather season now, you know, it's pretty cool in the kitchen right now. And there you have it, your mixed filling ready to go. The next step we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to fill the wontons, and then after that we're going to start plating this up. Step is filling the wonton wrappers. You can do this, there's many ways to do this. I'm just going to show you a couple ways. What you want to do, lay out your wonton wrappers. I like to do 6 at a time, but when if it's your first time doing this, you might want to do a couple at a time, because you don't want these to dry out. It has to be like a kind of a quick process. I use the square wonton wrappers here. They're like 3 inches by 3 inches, but you can also use the round ones. So I have the point facing at 12 o'clock. For me, that works the best. And I just take like a teaspoon of the filling and put it right in the center of each wonton wrapper, like so. And you don't want to put too much in here, because the more you put in, the harder it is to seal the wontons. So I just put a little bit in here. This amount of mix, you know, it'll get you yield like 54 plus a little bit of extra that you can actually use for like a wonton soup or something like that. You can make little dumplings. You can just actually drop this into your hot broth and make like a wonton soup. So the next step, we have the filling in the wontons. We're gonna wet the edges. I do the front 2 edges just like that, and I do like 3 at a time. It's easier to use your finger. If you want to use a brush, that's okay. You just want to wet it just a little bit. And if it dries out a little bit, just put a little more water on it. And then for this first one, this is the simple way to do it. Just go straight across, kind of push out the air pockets, and like that. That's easy, just like that. You can just do it just like that. But if you want to be a little fancier, just kind of wet the tips and kind of bring it all together just like that. So you've got like, you know, kind of like a tortellini, like a Italian tortellini. So we'll do the same one, same fold as the first one. Fold it around, pinch it right there so it kind of sticks together. A little more water. One more that way. Wet the edges. Pull it around and underneath. There you go. You have some nice wontons right there. And then for these other 3, I'll show you another way that I do this. I take the filling, I go like 3/4 of the way with the wonton wrapper, and then I fold it over like that. And then after that, just kind of push these ends down to get the air out of the wonton. And again, same thing with the first one. Just grab it like this and fold it like that. It gives you a smaller wonton. Kind of looks the same, but this one's a lot easier. This one just takes a little extra rolling. So rolling that one just like that. Take this one, roll it, press out all the air, wet the edges, fold underneath, and fold underneath. But again, like we did the first one, you can just fold it in half and that's fine too. So the next step, I'm going to show you how to cook these, and we're going to plate this up. So to cook the dumplings, I have some boiling water here. You don't need to salt it, because remember the sauce has soy sauce, which has a lot of salt. So no salt added to the water. And the next step is to just put them in the basket, or if you don't have a basket, slotted spoon. And what you want to do when you put them in the basket is to shake it around a little bit so it doesn't stick. And pretty much when these float, I count to 30 after they float because of the seafood. I want to make sure it's cooked. And after 30 seconds, that seafood will be cooked well. And this just takes probably a minute or two to cook. Then after this, I'm going to show you how to plate it up. And plating up is we have our wontons cooked right here. And notice I have a little bit of the water from cooking the wontons in there. That'll be part of the sauce. So what you want to do now is take a little bit of this sauce. I put it in a bowl. About three or four tablespoons worth. Take a little bit of garlic, or a lot of garlic if you like a lot of garlic. Mix it right into the sauce. Then I pour that into our bowl, like so. Then we take our wontons. 5 or 6 makes a nice appetizer. And just put these into the bowl. And I like to also just put a little bit of the red chili sauce on top. After that, we garnish with the green onions, the scallions, like so. And also the little toasted sesame seeds, just like that. So there you have it. Our shrimp and lobster dumplings, or wontons, whatever you want to call them. And the dumplings are nice and cooked. What I like to do is I like to cut them in half. And make sure I get some of that sauce. Delicious. This makes a nice appetizer. Or if you were to make it for an entree, I would use like 12 wontons. Thanks everyone for joining us today. I'm Chef James, Onwentsia at Home.